This guy seems to be winning a lot lately, so let's review this car. I don't think he won in this car in New Hampshire. No, he didn't. He kind of won in the car. Actually, like comparing this to. But anyways, this is Ryan Blaney's 2025 Menards car, the yearly Menards release for Blaney, and this year's special sponsor is Cardell cabinetry. That's pretty cool. Yeah. All right. My guess, this car ran one race, and that's it. So, let's get this car out of the box. Have I just never noticed this has always been a thing? Because I think it's never been a thing till now. Is that my, DIN number? That'd be hilarious if that actually is. Is that how we're doing this now? Is this how we're gonna figure out the DIN, of each car? Anyways, okay, let's actually get this thing out of the box. I'll just do it here. So here it is, out of the box. Yeah, it's a Ryan Blaney Menards car. It's looked the same since 2019. Since 2019, this car legit has not changed. In, like, the grand scheme of things. Obviously, we've had, like, new molds for the Ford and, like, you know, the number moved forward, but this whole design is, like, the exact same. There's a 2019 Blaney right there. It's legit the exact same, except we got rid of the colored wheels because, you know, NASCAR's boring now. Let's take a look at the actual car sponsors itself. I'm like dying today, Jesus. Front hood has Cardell cabinetry, Pennzoil, Ford, Mustang, Dark Horse, I guess I should mention, but there's nothing that says it's a Dark Horse on here. He's a Dark Horse the championship? No, he's a favorite, actually, never mind. Number 12, Sunoco, Goodyear NASCAR Cup Series. The number 12, which is cutting into the Cup Series logo. Whoops. Menards. Jeez, I'm dying. Kid, Richmond, Knauf, Snap-on, Discount Tire, Bosch, Worth, Ford Performance. Bunch of contingency sponsors, really. Cardell Cabinetry, Menards, Dex Imaging, Advanced Auto Parts, Ryan Blaney, Ford, PPG, Mazak, Dent Wizard, Hunt Brothers Pizza. On the B pillar, A pillar has nothing. On the rear end, you have the in-car camera area box. Menards, Ford, no license plate anymore. That's interesting. Have I done a 2025 Ford yet, actually? I'm trying to think here. No, because that Blaney is a 2024. I don't think I have. And I don't remember not having the license plate on the 2024 cars. I feel like I remember this being a story that Ford got rid of the license plate looking thing. Which I'm kind of glad, because I kind of actually hated it. Yeah, it got annoying after a while. It looked cool when they started, but then it got annoying. A lot of contingencies are Menards sponsors on the rear deck lid. Maytag, Ideal, Libman, Jacklinks, Tarfasa, Kid, Delta, Sylvania, Atlas, Duracell, Cardell, Cabinetry, Blaney, number 12, Dex Imaging, and Blaney, and the Ford logo. Also, before we start, this will probably get reviewed or released like after the season's over. Doesn't matter. Ryan Blaney's your champion then. Why are we making this back window apparently be the place for the manufacturer to put their name? Like, I can tell you, this is a Ford. It has a Ford logo there. It's a Ford. It says Ford on the rear end. No one's able to see this damn thing here, okay? I don't remember a time that I could ever actually see the number or the name on the back windshield. I can see on the front because we're always looking at the car at the front. But even when we're looking at the car from the rear, you usually can't see it. So what's even the point of having this anymore? Like, let's just go back to having the name on the front like this. This is perfect. If not, keep the name on the back. I don't need a sponsor placement, basically, for the manufacturer on the rear windshield. I don't need that. That's a waste, okay? That's just a waste of time, a waste of Lionel resources. Maybe Diecast could get shipped a month quicker if we didn't do that. Because now they're going to get the permission by Ford and Toyota and Chevy, and I guess Ram at this point, where if their logo's fine back there. It's just annoying, man. Otherwise, it's your average Menards car, as I've said. Interestingly, I want to see how many of these cars have actually had diecast made. Just off my memory. Knopf, yes. Or Naff, I don't know. Anyways, I have that car. Richmond, I don't think they've ever gotten a car made. They're usually like later in the season, I think. Anyways, Discount Tire, yes, but not on the Menards car. Snap-on, I don't think they've ever actually sponsored Blaney. They've sponsored Cindric, though, and Keselowski. Worth is kind of the same situation. I'm trying to think of when I've last seen a Worth car, though. I feel like I've seen, like, Cindric or Blaney have it. I think it's still Cindric who is sponsored by Worth. Because, like, the last time I've seen a Worth card, even though, like, I just remember it, is this 2021 Keselowski. But I know for a fact they still sponsor. I'm just trying to think of when I last saw that car. Lavash, they sponsor Blaney all the time. He won Pocono last year in that. Dex Imaging, they may have been sponsored Blaney on one race, but they're usually with Wood Brothers. Advanced Auto Parts, we obviously get the sole sponsorship there. Menards, duh. On the rear end, though, Jack Links, yes, we got that in 2020, even though he never actually ran that car. Libman, I think I remember. Oh, actually, I know for a fact Libman's a sponsor. It just sponsored Blaney. It's also the car we're comparing to. So, Libman is correct. I probably should get that car out of the box to review it, or to compare it. Ideal, I don't think so. Maytag, I think, was a sponsor on De Benedetto. Sylvania, I don't think they've gotten it. Neither with Delta, Kid, Tarfat, Cardell now. Duracell was the first Menards car we got in 2018. Obviously, mine's destroyed now, so I have it right here. Yeah, it's rough. They also had another car. Was it Can-Am? I think it was just Can-Am when he won the duel. Otherwise, I think that's it. I think that's most of the cars. I don't know who sponsored him in 2023, but I thought it was a return sponsor. I could have been Knopf or something like that, or it could have been, I don't know, some sort of duplicate sponsor, I think. Anyways, let's actually compare this to the 2022 card just to see some differences from 3 years apart. Alright, so I just want to prove my point once again, even though I'm sure everyone's already confirmed this now. It is the exact same paint scheme as it's always been. Everything is the exact same. Even some of the contingencies are still in the exact same spot. Although we do have a little curve now on the quarter panel logo. I think that's more just due to the fact of what the next gen new Mustang mold looks like. I could be wrong though. We got a little swivel now as well. Again, because the old Ford body just had a black rectangle on the rear end, basically. Really, that's the only changes. Take a look at the back here. Some of the sponsors, of course, have moved around and stuff, and that makes sense. But no one's really caring too much about that unless you're a massive Blaney fan. Like, even most of these logos here have basically stayed. I think Moan was actually that sounds weird to say. I think that was the sponsor last on the 2024 or 2023 car. Could be wrong. Anyways, but yeah, pretty much the exact same car if you ignore the molds and everything. Although, my Blaney might be a little bit curved. It might be, yeah, it's got a little bit of a, the shock isn't fully, the suspension's a little screwed up, I think. It's either collapsed on the right front or it's just been lifted on the left front. I don't exactly know how that has occurred, but it has, and now I'm never going to be able to unsee that. I look at it sideways. It looks fine. How is it pushing off? I definitely think it's just pushed to the right side more. The left side looks like it's being forced up a bit. I just want to see if I can see. You can kind of see the slope downward a little bit, so I gotta push that up, which I almost could do it with my hands. But that's not the biggest worry, honestly. We've had bigger issues with flying now. At least there's no paint chips, which I haven't seen, actually, which is mind-boggling, to say the least. No paint chips, okay. Otherwise, unless you're a Blaney fan, you only really need to get one Menards car every generation, I should say. Because usually the car runs either multiple times a year or multiple seasons. That was my stomach, okay. 2018, I bought the Duracell car. I didn't need anything after that, although I got paint chipped. I probably should got like the dual win or something, or another car just to, you know, retire that car. 2019, I got the NOF car, and then I also got the jack legs in 2020, but I didn't really need to. That one actually has a paint chip now on the front nose. 2022, for the new Mustang and the new Gen 7 body, I got the Libman car, and then now with the new Dark Horse body, we have the Cardell car. I don't really see a reason to get another one unless there's like a specific one I really want to get. Like if Monster Energy ever is on the front end with Cinder car and it gets somehow produced, I will absolutely be picking that one up like everyone else will, because it's a Monster Engine car and we never get those. Otherwise, that's it. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Yeah, that's about all I got. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything, but I haven't. So, yeah, subscribe.